Not often do countries produce athletes that have unrivaled form and mental strength. They become a symbol of pride, and Tomoe Hvas is just that. Sadly, the athlete announced his retirement at the young age of 22 and has shocked fans and critics alike, including us. Let's talk about his career and what he might be up to post-retirement. Starting off, the 22-year-old took to Instagram to reveal his retirement. Tomoe Hvas, a Norwegian Olympian, has announced his retirement from competitive swimming at the age of 22. The revelation, which his club shared on Instagram, comes as a surprise because Hvas is Norway's brightest young prospect in a decade. Hvas stated in a long Facebook post in English that 2022 would be ridden with disease and disaster. He further describes his career was riddled with doubts because of constant challenges and setbacks. This breaks our heart. The youngster could have been destined for greatness, but he had reached his limit. Next, some brief history of Hvas's career. Hvas began his international career with a medal at the 2017 European Short Course Championship, where he trained with the Barumsvomeren Club. He won bronze in the 200 IM there, and then he improved it to silver 2 years later. In the interim, he won gold in the 200 IM, silver in the 50 fly, and bronze in the 50 back at the 2018 Youth Olympics. In 2018, he also won silver in the 50 fly at the European Junior Championships. Hvas's most recent competition was the 2021 World Short Course Swimming Championships, when he took silver in the 100 IM. His timing of 51.35 seconds set a new Norwegian record, and is one of 19 such records he now has. Keep in mind, he did all this while still in his early 20s, and taking on the big leagues was no small feat. Moving on, his Olympic career is star-studded too. Hvas was one of 4 Norwegian swimmers that competed in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, and he was the only one to make it through the preliminary round. He finished 16th in the men's 200 IM semifinals after being 2.5 seconds faster in prelims. Hvas was on his way to training at the NCAA in the United States. He pledged to swim at the University of North Carolina in 2017, but eventually elected to stay in Norway. He was part of the Norwegians' young core. 3 of their 4 Olympians in 2021 are still only 22 years old. Hvas's age is comparable to that of Ingeborg Lønning, the country's lone female swimmer at that meet, and Andre Kippenberg. Nicholas Leah, who represented his country at the World Championships this summer, is only 21 years old. Hvas also competed for the Los Angeles Current in seasons 2 and 3 of the International Swimming League. He finished the most recent season in 2021 as the league's 100th ranked scorer, averaging 20 points per match. This includes a season-high 31 points in match number 5 in the regular season. Up next, Tomoe Hvas and his Norwegian national record. On Sunday in Naples, Tomoe Hvas of LA Current broke his own Norwegian national record in the men's 200 butterfly, competing in match 8 of the International Swimming League's 3rd season. Hvas had previously smashed Norwegian record in the 200 fly in match 4 in Naples, and has shown to be one of the most significant swimmers for the LA Current in season 3. On the first day of match 8, Hvas was banned for kicking beyond 15 meters, leaving the LA Current behind the Tokyo Frog Kings by 2 points, 182 to 180. However, an Italian Swimming Federation appeal board reversed the disqualification not long after. Further, Hvas and his unfortunate disqualification and fortunate overturn. The International Swimming League reversed Tomoe Hvas's disqualification in the 200 individual medley, placing LA Current ahead of the Tokyo Frog Kings in match 8. Hvas and his teammate Abraham Devine were dismissed on day 1 of match 8. The Current's performance resulted in a 4-point loss and 3 jackpot points for the race champions. The London roar after Hvas was disqualified for kicking beyond the 15-meter limit. The decision was reversed on Sunday by an appeal board comprised of Luca Piscopo, Massimo Gomez, and Walter Bellanani of the Italian Swimming Federation. According to the ISL, the video review mechanism initially mentioned during Season 2 was not used, as it is now only permitted to start and relay exchange evaluations. Disqualifications for underwater kicking beyond the 15-meter mark in freestyle, backstroke, and butterfly have been uncommon this season. Going over the 15-meter barrier in breaststroke is not prohibited. Next, some more deets on how the officials saw it. Due to ISL's wish to maintain the pool deck clean for filming purposes, race officials are also not as near to the water as normal. All ISL officials are certified now that FINA acknowledges ISL swim timings. While Hvas's adjusted score only puts the Current in 3rd position entering day 2 of the match, they are 2nd in the league following match 6 of the regular season, trailing the Cali Condors. The Current has 9 points, whereas the Energy Standard has 8. The Current has had a rough meet, as one of their finest swimmers, Australian Olympian Maddie Wilson, was was hospitalized with COVID-19. Even though she was completely vaccinated and hospitalizations among the vaccinated are uncommon, they do occur. It does make you wonder though. These silly mistakes on the organization's part really did give Hvas a nuisance to deal with, and our boy finally got fed up with it. Sad, real sad. Moving on to other news. Firstly, swimmer Tiongzin apologizes for his dabble with drugs. Tiongzin Wei's confession to drug use, the third swimmer to be caught, sent shockwaves through the swimming community again on Wednesday. In 2022, the 24-year-old was Singapore's best swimmer, reaching the World Championships final, winning silver at the Commonwealth Games, and becoming Southeast Asia's fastest swimmer. Tiong apologized to his family, fellow swimmers, and the Singapore Swimming Association in a statement issued on Wednesday. The swimmer said he was deeply apologetic for publicly not only embarrassing himself, but also his entire nation of Singapore. We do think he wanted to minimize the damage by being truthful and accepting his mistake, but the entire bombshell on his loved ones that didn't know must have been a lot to deal with. While the SSA has a zero-tolerance policy for the use of controlled narcotics, the swimmer should not be isolated from the community as a result of their mistakes, according to SSA President Mark Shea. He went further on to say that the three swimmers should have realized their faults and be regretful of their actions moving forward. We hope they will be held accountable for their acts, but also take this as a learning opportunity for the future. More significantly, the organization is preparing us, as a swimming community, to band together and assist our own in getting back on their feet, Shea further said. Secondly, Rand Paul's campaign ad lashes out at trans athletes. U.S. Senator Rand Paul released a campaign ad on Wednesday opposing the presence of transgender athletes in girls' and women's sports, the common talking point for Republican politicians lately, and one they're promoting at a time when many GOP officials and anti-LGBTQ groups are pushing to enact policies that target trans people on and off the field. For more than a decade, the NCAA has permitted trans women to compete in collegiate-level women's sports. However, in recent years, right-wing and anti-LGBTQ politicians and organizations have worked to limit trans adults and children's involvement in sport and public life. Paul is running for re-election, and his new television commercial includes Riley Gaines, a competitive swimmer who recently finished an award-winning career as a collegiate swimmer. According to a member of the transgender community who spoke to the Courier-Journal on the condition of anonymity due to fear of retaliation, the objection to trans individuals participating in girls' and women's sports is not about athletics. It's all about control, she explained. It's all about how many falsehoods we can say in order to marginalize them. When asked if it's fair to allow trans girls and women to participate, she said athletic ability is vital and everyone should be given a fair shot. Finally, 100-year-old swimmer breaking records. Swimming is often regarded as one of the most beneficial physical exercises for those with restricted mobility or muscle and joint ailments. Because of the buoyancy of the water, swimmers feel weightless, allowing them to work out and do cardio without putting too much strain on their muscles, making it an excellent activity for seniors looking to maintain their health. According to CNN, senior Miyako Nageoka took this knowledge to heart and began swimming as a method of treatment after injuring her knee much later in life. She was in her 80s at the time. She is now the world's first centenarian to finish a 1,500-meter freestyle swim at the age of 100. When it came time to compete in Japan's Masters Swimming Association event in Matsuyama, Ehime, she was the sole athlete in the 100 to 104 age category, but that didn't stop her from giving it her all. She picked the backstroke and finished the race in 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 54 seconds. Her achievement will be entered into the Guinness Book of World Records. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Hvas is wasting his phenomenal talent by retiring so early? Let us know in the comments below. It'd be awesome if you gave this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe for more scrumptious videos like this. See you in the next one.